Doña Claudia, came to me in a dream, woke me to the world of the unimaginable. She told me to imagine and see the world as poets do. She whispered, "Come home, Oscar, come home. Come home, Oscar, come home." Turned to me, looked into my eyes and said, "Bring him home. Bring him home, we need him home." Two children play on 115th and 3rd Avenue in East Harlem, El Barrio. From the street through an open red door, they see a poster. They read it aloud, "Bring him home." They repeat it, "Bring him home." In the back room, the activist, lawyer, executive director, and former political prisoner argue over semantics. Come home, bring him home, we need him home. Titles don't really matter as long as he's home. His children grown from his own resistance. They grew in his former streets. Children lost in gun smoke addictions ache their body, but born in his shadow, they wish to catch a glimpse of him. They drum, sing his name, dance and sweat beats rhythm. They want him home, they sing to bring him home. In class, the teacher explains what it's like to see children through glass, to almost touch hand to hand but be separated by this window that is so much more, to be isolated for 12 years. The students listen, and many of them have been on the other side of that glass. Some understand the isolation and the pain. They must see him come home. The activists running to event after event, petition and clipboard in hand. So many times, so many events, she questions its value, its worth, if it's truly making a difference. All the while, wants him home. His brother's relentless fight for justice, his thirst for freedom drives him forward. His hopes only heard by those closest to him. His step a little happier, his glance a little stronger, his hope more open. He knows he will be home. His community not so quick to believe, but slowly starts to hope. They awaken from their sleep, they rise from their long rest and start to wonder, start to question. They begin to see the possibility. They start to fight for him to be home. The young girl goes to school, is told he is a terrorist, a bad man, but she knows better and pushes onward to see him home. They meet on the floor of the Congress, the same floor of Lolita's rebellion. All four agree to sign a letter for his release. He might come home. Poet writes away imagining, creating conditions, writing the myth and all its wonderful exaggerations, writing the truth in fiction. They call him home. All of the poems, nights making pasteles to raise funds, conversations, meetings and more meetings, tours, plays, visits, talks, years and years of toil, printed flyers, door-to-door canvassing, persuading elected officials and people of prominent positions, people in the streets. All of this is the hard birth for freedom. They all agree, the poet, activist, former political prisoner, teacher, child, student, daughter, mother, father, brother, preacher, politician, actor, executive director, that they need him home, that he must come home, that without him, they are incomplete. Without him, their myth is not finished, their journey slower, their story only half told. Without him, it is as if Lolita never kneeled before Albizu's grave and said mission complete, or as if Che had never met his destiny in Bolivia. No, they need him home. And like the myth, he who was born on Three Kings Day, a sign of his strength, he must fulfill his destiny and come home, so we may reach out and embrace him, cry with him, laugh with him, smile with him. He must come home so that we too may reach our destiny and create our myth. So I ask you now, do all you can to bring him home, so we may be complete again, so he can return to his nation that so desperately needs him. Bring him home, bring him home.